the Sims to The Sims Online to Dare.com and Second Life. Here's the fakest blonde. Welcome to the Sugarlicious Talk Show.
How is everybody tonight? It is me, it is I, Sugarlicious. We have got a serious, and repeat, serious show for you today. Let's all bow our heads. Because the show is about mesh ass and mesh titties. And I'm sure half of you in there got them on. And the other half wish you had them. Shut up, Nene. Now, as you all know, I don't like mesh. I don't like mesh boobies, mesh ass, none of that. I don't wear it. Half my family does, but hey, you know, I don't judge. No hate, no shade. However, what I did decide to do is give one lucky contestant, one lucky person, a whole mesh body. So, I've got experts tonight that are going to talk about being meshed. Can you, ladies, and introduce yourselves, please? Ladies and gentlemen, Desi and Bombshell. Hello, ladies. How are ya?
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi, everybody.
Like that.
I'm coming for you, too. I'm coming for you, too.
What you coming for me for?
Does your audience know that you don't have slink feet?
Oh, yeah, I don't have slink feet or hands. I sure don't. I think mesh is the work of the devil. I think that the devil came down here, made mesh, and left and went back to hell. That's honestly what I feel. That's how I feel.
I'm so mad at that.
And I'm sure there are people in the audience that agree with me that mesh is the work of the devil.
I doubt it.
You sure?
Because Bombshell, wait a minute. If I'm not mistaken, Bombshell herself said that mesh was the work of the freaking devil. Did you not say that?
I said mesh clothing is the work of the devil, not mesh body parts.
Okay.
Because
anyway.
I have mesh body parts. Mesh clothing is the work of the devil. But thanks to the Wow Me, I can even wear mesh clothes sometimes.
Speaking of the Wow Me, which I think that was one question that someone actually asked me about the Wow Me. And since you were the expert, is that ever coming back?
As far as I know, the Wow Me is not coming back. The creator herself said that she had no plans at this moment to bring it back, but you never know what the future holds. But as of right now, you can kind of count it as a loss. If you didn't already get it, you missed out.
I actually saw the Wow Me, even though I would never get a fake body, as I would say, but I honestly liked the way it looked. It actually looked nice. Mm-hmm. But I would never get it, ever. Never fucking ever.
Sugar Pops, why are you so opposed to mesh? What is your beef with
Okay,
mesh?
let me stand up for a minute. Most of you who know me know that I got big, let me show you right now, I got big ass and big boobs. In this mesh that you see right here, my ass is flat, and I have no boob. Let me parade around right now so you can see. I have no ass, and I have no boobs. And the reason why I don't have ass and boobs is because of fucking mesh. This is a mesh dress. I love this dress. I had to have it. I wanted to impress everybody on the show today, so I bought it. Now, I had to lose my ass and my boobs to wear this motherfucker. You do see I have no ass and no boobs, right? That's why I hate mesh, because you have to get rid of, don't let the blonde hair fool you. I'm 100%, well, no, okay, half black. And I have big boobs and a big ass in real life. And I love my big boobs and my big ass. And I try to incorporate that in this freaking game. And when I come in here and I have to get rid of my ass and get rid of my boobs, I am not a happy camper right now. Okay, so I'm going to sit down before I faint.
But let me tell the audience why you had to get rid of your ass and your boobs. Can I tell you guys why? Because she did not consult with me nor Bomb before she bought that outfit. She bought a rigged mesh suit. She did not buy a fitted mesh suit. Had she bought fitted
Dun,
mesh,
dun,
she would have been
dun.
able to keep her boobs and her booty. So that was your fault.
Who high-fived? Who high-fived in the audience? No high five. I'm sorry, but that's BS. Because to me, my thing is, if you're gonna wear clothes, you should be able to just go ahead and wear your clothes. You shouldn't have to, to make yourself smaller. And I refuse it because I know that most women say, okay, but if you get the, the Brazilian butts or whatever, you can go ahead and wear your clothes because most of them got asses that are huge for days. But I'm
So
sorry,
let me counteract you with this one. You say you don't like mesh clothes. Mesh clothes are the devil. Me and you agree on that. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Sugar. Mesh clothes are the devil. Now, if you were to have the mesh ass and boobs, as you keep saying, then you would be able to wear the system clothes with the pliers, and you could have as much ass and titties and everything else as you would like without the restrictions of the 5 rig mesh sizes. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
no.
Let's take a poll from the audience members.
Let's not take a poll from y'all. Let me say this. This is my feeling on it. And people know I'm not just bullshitting. This is really seriously for me. To me, it's like going to a real life doctor with cosmetic surgery. That's how I look at mesh. Because I understand it's an avatar, it's not real. I get all that shit. But when you first go in, you make your body whatever. It's your original body. It's your original shape. You just basically touch it up, whatever. So to me, mesh is like having real life fake boobs, real life fake ass. I mean, who really would do that? Would you really, do that? Would you really have a fake ass, and would you really do that in real life?
Guess what, Sugar Pops? You know what? I have the breast implants and ass shots, whatever you'd like to compare
Lord
it
have
to.
mercy.
Guess who does not have to change their shape every morning? Can I get an amen? With
Amen.
every outfit change, I do not have to
Okay,
change
you
my
know
shape.
what? I'm going to ask the guys. And this is serious. I want to ask the guys because there are a
Please
few
ask
guys
them.
in the audience. Do you like fake the fake boobies and the fake ass, or would you really prefer having a female avatar that has the real thing?
Please,
And
please
you can shout out your answer.
Yeah, we're out
You
of chat
know,
range. So please shout
yes, yeah. You can shout your answer. Yes, I like fake, or no, I like natural.
Please answer.
It's not, and it's not about fake and natural. Look at the aesthetics. Is it aesthetically pleasing?
Okay, there's one for real.
Mr. Roscoe, you don't count.
There's one for real. Anybody else? Maybe I have to get close enough to you guys for this.
Matter of fact, where's Lady? Where's Trouble? Don't she got a mesh something? I know she got some mesh parts.
Who else? Who likes fake? And who likes real? Okay, so he says he likes fake. Okay, he likes fake. Okay, what other guys like real or like fake?
My son. Thank you, son. Sweet.
Right, the mess makes her downsize. Okay, but who else likes fake?
Wait, what did Young and Greedy say? XD. What does that mean?
That's smiley face.
Oh.
Now let's keep this in mind too. Let's keep this in mind too, because this is what I initially said. I wasn't gonna get a fat ass when it first came out because I was like, okay, my system booty is bigger.
You know you don't like fake. Why are you lying?
My system, my system booty is bigger than the fat ass. It was at the time. But when I saw how smooth the legs were, because if you turn sideways when you have your system body on, your legs are kind of rough and jagged if you're looking at it from the side with the smoothness. But when you put on the mesh ones, it's so smooth. The butt's more rounded, and so are the boobs. Like
The
it's more
boobs.
rounded. The yes, because the system boobs, unless they're you in triple A cups, they don't look right. Once you start messing with that slider, they start looking out of proportion.
I'm sorry. I just honestly have an issue with it, and I know most people probably don't. Because one guy was honest enough to say he didn't want fake, and one guy said he did. But a lot of the guys were like cringing in their seats, probably because they didn't want to say anything for fear that their girlfriends have fake boobs and ass, and they don't want them to say, oh, just you don't like it, you don't like it's fake, you don't like it. So I understand that too.
But thank you, Jamel.
Okay,
Thank you. High
Yes,
five. Can we
that
give
that
our
is true.
prizes? Can we give them a prize or something? Cause yes, that's it. That's it right there. Some people can't rock a system shape. I'll give you that. There are some people who can rock a system shape. And that's cool. See, what I need to do is stand up and take off the mesh part so y'all can see what my body looks like under this. Then y'all
yeah,
gonna be
go
like,
ahead, go ahead, just do it. Shit.
okay, y'all ain't, and y'all better not judge me either. Hold on, let me find a poll stand. Y'all better not judge me either, cause this is not all cute and glamorous up under here.
Once she takes it all off, you ain't gonna even recognize who she is no more.
Oh, I mean it ain't that bad. Hold on, let me remove some alphas. But it's like a whole different. My shape even looks different. Like it's just a mess.
Now, see, I will admit that to me, pliers are a pain in the ass. Well, you know what? It's not even a pain in the ass. It's a pain in my rectum. You know what I'm saying? When I
Oh my
it
god.
does. It is. It
Oh
is. It
my.
is because when I switched from to ghetto booty from fat ass, oh my God, I had to redo my
Find the pants
shape
there.
and outfits that I had saved. I had to redo pliers. It was just a total nightmare.
See, that's
But
what I'm
once
saying. That's
you
what I'm
get it
saying.
done,
That's a
I
pain in
will
the ass
admit.
right there. All that bullshit. You have to, and some clothing doesn't have a pliers, and that's just too much work for me. I'm sorry, but I
Look
like.
at my
Mm-mm.
system body. This is my system body. Look at this. Now, you saw what I look like before. Do I need to walk around? I don't want to walk around like this. This is ridiculous.
Your system
But
body looks good, but you just look better with your ghetto booty
I don't
on.
think you look bad with your system body. I'm sorry.
okay,
She
we're
doesn't.
gonna show everyone. I'm
She's
gonna
not
go
naked. She's not naked to
right
me.
around. Some people are slow rezzing. It's okay. But look, y'all see system body.
I don't have
Woohoo!
on any parts
Now,
today.
what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong
I
with it.
No, I mean I don't think that any of us are saying Lola's and your ghetto booty or your fat ass or whatever it may be. It makes your outfit look just a little bit more polished. It looks a little bit better.
now look. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm getting ready to, while I'm standing right here in front of the audience, go back to normal mesh body. And I want y'all to look at this and keep in mind, okay? Take a snapshot if you got to do that, but keep in mind because now I'm going to go back to mesh body and we are going to see the difference. See how much better that looks?
I don't think so.
Of course
I
you
really
won't
don't.
think
I really don't
so.
agree.
But what about the audience? Sugar, you're not gonna think so. What about the audience? Do you guys think Bombshell is better without her mesh parts or with her mesh parts?
Okay, okay. Can y'all hear me?
Okay, there we go.
What's
All
up?
right. I was. Yes, this me. I was told
No,
not to
my
speak,
girl.
but I have to put my 2 cents in it. All right.
My grandson can
This is
speak.
how I feel. This is how I feel. I like normal, normal body parts. Like, Grammy, you just said that it takes you a whole lot of time. It's just a buzz killington. Okay.
I did say that.
Yep. And first of all, who wants to walk around with, I'll say it, torpedoes just slamming into your face left and right? It's like you walking, you walking through a damn boxing match. Okay, some women, I know they don't know how to work the physics. They go berserk on it. I could be wrong, but I know I'm not. You fellas have seen it. Ladies, you have seen it. You have videotaped females walking around slapping themselves with their own titties. Am I right?
And you know what, Kelly Pooh? I will agree with you 100%, and I have that part because Bomb and I and Sugar, we have proof that some women do go overboard. And I
Yes,
wonder why they go overboard. I mean, what are you
sugar,
guys telling these females? Do
sugar.
you
I think
want
you need
their
to post the
booty
pictures. I think you
on
need
a
to show the
hundred?
pictures.
Yeah, we need to show the
Okay.
pictures.
Show the pictures. This is what you don't do with mesh. This is mesh abuse. You know how people say, "Oh, you're not supposed to drink alcohol," but there's nothing really wrong with alcohol. You just can't drink too much of it. You know what I'm saying?
Above my head there is a picture. This scared the fucking shit out of me. I had nightmares for 2 days about this shit.
Now,
Who
and this is a
does
picture
that?
I took.
And she was
I think
walking
it's
in there like she owned the place. And I'm thinking, bitch, how do you see? Her titties are absolutely
Look at her
huge.
booty. Her
That ain't
legs
no
look
booty.
like turkey legs. What the?
like I said, today was Thanksgiving in Canada. Maybe she was,
But this is what
feeling
I
a little
want to know.
turkey-ish.
This is what I want to know, Bomb and Sugar in the audience. Somebody had to tell her that she was cute. Some man told her, "Hey,
Ain't
sexy."
nobody told her that shit. And okay, and the fact that let me say
Y'all heard me
this.
right? That's a goddamn tank. That's not a person.
Now, now, bomb. She said that she could be a porn star. And if there's children in the audience, please cover their ears. They shouldn't be here anyway. But if this is a porn star, how are you fucking her with them boobs? Because there is no way you can find it. There is no way you. Come on now, let's be serious.
No.
Okay,
She needs
what
her
guy in the audience
cholesterol
would
down
want
a
to do
notch.
that? What guy in the audience would want to do that?
Show of
What guy in the
hands.
audience would want to do that?
Okay, Cap said they do it at the other Sims. What do they call Cap? The BDSM Sims?
Well, you know what? That's why I'm not on those Sims. Because that's some sick shit right there, I'm telling you.
Jamel said he's not ready.
Nobody's ready. That's pineapples on 100. Ain't nobody ready for that. Come on now. Who would
Oh
wear that
man,
at Anaconda? I've been to
okay, Bob,
Anaconda.
she
I
said
haven't I
Anaconda.
haven't I haven't seen that. I have not seen it on Anaconda. I'm
In the
sorry. I
words,
have not.
look, in the words of Sir Mix-a-Lot, my anaconda don't, and we gonna leave it at that. No, no, ma'am.
Wait, somebody said anaconda? Really? Well, are there any men in the building that would find those boobs and that? I don't know whether to call it an ass or not. Would any males in the audience find that attractive? Roscoe said, "Hell no."
I should have went to look and see if she had partner info.
Oh my God, Twan is here. Twan, I want you to be honest, Twan. You want to look at those boobies, Twan? You want?
You want to look at that every night? Like you couldn't even get. She couldn't even get in the bed. Like you wouldn't be able to get in the bed. You had to sleep on top of the titties. Like you couldn't even get in your own bed with that.
Oh,
She
jeez.
looked like she the reason the Titanic sunk.
So,
Like what?
so Twan, if she took off that top, you would not look. Be honest. Be honest now.
Ew.
Cause she got super nipples. I'm just saying.
Had it, bomb. She.
Oh my God.
We gonna get Twan one of them for Christmas. That's gonna be your Christmas present.
Now, this one wasn't as bad,
It was bad enough.
but I swear their legs remind me of turkey legs.
That's what they remind me of. And that's when it goes too far.
Because I'm assuming they can't get their ankles any bigger. Is that what's going on?
Pretty
Well,
much.
to be honest with you,
Unless it's fit. If it was fitted mesh, then when they increase the leg muscles and all that, it would get bigger. But if those are just the regular rigged mesh, then no, they cannot make their ankles any bigger. They're just that size.
but what I noticed from the booties, the and not the new ones, but the older ones from Brasilia, from skiing, their ankles are like that. The upper part of their legs are really muscular. The booty is huge, and the ankles are tremendously small. So it's not
Oh my god.
proportionate.
Did you hear that? There was a whole family at a club
Yes.
recently.
Let
A
me tell you
freaking
about that. Let me tell you about that. That was
family.
last night. That was last night, actually. I did an event with the Bomb Squad last night. We do our Bomb Squad Saturdays, and these girls dropped in. They were a whole family of them. It's about 5 or 6 of them. First of all, I knew something
Bless
was
their
wrong
hearts. Bless them.
because my computer lagged so bad until I had to de-render them to stop lagging. I almost crashed.
Now wait. Now see, that's something else too. So I'm glad you answered that before I could ask it. Does that make you lag?
If there's a lot of it in excess in one place, but
See, see what I'm
one of the
saying?
problems with the urban SL club scene is that people don't know how to drop and move. For some reason they like to just stay where they dropped and that's it. But
Oh my god.
there are lots of scripts on top of the ones people are already running, whether they're wearing jewelry, anything with resizer scripts, because damn near everything you wear from hair to whatever has scripts in it. So mesh body parts do add to your script count, but just look at it's just like it's not aesthetically pleasing, like, and all Brazilians, I will say this in Sking's defense, all Brazilians do not look like that. There are some that look normal and are normal size, about the same size as the fat ass or the ghetto booty. So all Sking, products do not look like that. But see, that picture right there, that's somebody who looks like she's from Urban SL. So she's from our side. So we can't just say it's the other side. She looks like she's from our side, and that's still just overdoing it.
Hmm.
That's
See, and I couldn't carry all that on me. That's ridiculous. I could not carry all that on me. I just could fucking not do it. To me, you would be feeling like you wearing a fat suit or something, like you Tyra Banks wearing a fat suit with all that shit on. That's just
shape
too damn much.
shape has a lot to do with it as well, because
It does.
you can be bigger, but the thing about it is you have to be proportionate. Proportion is key, because you could have your ass on 100, but if the rest of your body, you know what I'm saying, is proportionate and your numbers are in that realm, then it looks good. You look thicker. You don't look fat or, sloppy or disgusting. You look proportionate. Proportion is the key. You see what I'm saying?
But
Because she looks like her ass is on 100. My ass is on 96, but it don't look like that. Why? Because I'm proportionate. I have my curves in the right place. You can see the difference between my waist and my hips and my thighs and my, everything else. I don't have cankles. You know what I'm saying? I'm proportionate because of my shape. And when you start to wearing fitted mesh body parts, if your shape isn't on point, you won't be on point. So it's really about shape and being proportionate. Like, who told these girls that it's okay to have a gap between your legs wide enough to drive a semi truck through? That's not cute. I
right.
think that to the men in the audience, to the men in the audience, please start speaking up, because you guys don't say anything and women take it
Right. And
as this is
they think you,
acceptable.
yeah,
That
exactly.
it's
Because
acceptable.
most of you talk to each other and be laughing about the shit and be like, man, did you see that bitch right
Like,
there?
y'all
You
y'all
know
Right.
you
And
crossing
do.
they
it.
Come
won't
on
tell
now.
them.
they see your crosshairs on her. She see your crosshairs on her, and she's like, "Oh, they're looking at me because they think I'm cute." It's like, nah,
They
they taking
think you
pictures of
want
you
them.
to post on
Exactly.
Facebook and talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a difference.
Hey,
So
but
You're
you know
right
what?
about
You
that.
know what?
Hmm.
Some of you may like it. Some of you may go for that. Some of you may like all that shit. I don't know.
and some y'all turning the other cheek, like that ain't my business. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
if she turns her
So
cheek, knock him out the bed.
so Jamel, let me ask you this, Jamel. If you saw this girl, if you were in skiing with us that day, because it was a group of us, it was a bunch of us. If you was in skiing with us that day, V was there too. Would you have walked up to her and said, "Sugar pie, that's not cute. Sugar honey, sweetie baby, that ain't cute right there. I'm gonna need you to downsize."
No, I would
See,
no
that's what
because
I'm talking
no
about.
because I don't think you should approach somebody you're not interested in and tell them you should downsize. Now that
Why,
part I don't agree with.
why not? I gotta look at
Let
them.
me tell them. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll tell them.
I'll
I
tell
don't
them.
have a problem with telling them.
Anybody who knows me knows I won't necessarily call it rude. I'm just brutally honest, and I'm helping
She's
the best I
rude.
can. I'm
She's
getting
rude.
help. I'm getting help for this. I have prayed. You know what I'm saying? That I can learn to think before I say certain things. But when I see things like that first picture that Sugar put up, if you could put that back up, when I see things like that, I can't control myself. I can't think. All I do is blurt out things like beached whale and maybe you should get that fixed.
I
She
Because
know.
probably she
sugar
probably went. I woke
sugar
up like this.
sugar
I
and
woke up like this.
were there with me and they saw me cutting up in the skink store. They were right there. They will testify. I started praying in the middle of the skink
She
store
did.
that I didn't
She
say
did.
anything.
Yeah, she did.
My
Well,
big
the
mouth, I was
problem
like, oh my
was,
God, have mercy. I was like, Jesus. I'm like, you know what? Let me mic down real quick. I'm like,
let
cause
me
this,
just
oh,
say that yes, they cut up in skiing. They did. They did. Hmm.
Desi kept her composure.
she did for once.
What man? Okay,
I
so
don't. You know what?
the thing is,
I don't buy that. I'm sorry, I
what
don't buy
man
that.
wants you walking around with bigger leg muscles than him? Like, what man is attracted to that? What? Let me meet this man because he needs some serious psychological counseling. He's into bestiality and he likes to have sex with whales
Oh
because
my
I
God.
just don't
I don't know that
understand.
they're trying
Clutches
to.
my pearls.
I don't know that that lady was trying to meet a man because she looked like a she-male. I don't think she was trying to meet a guy.
Wait,
I
and
don't.
then there was another one who wasn't big, but her leg muscles. Oh my God, Sugar! I sent you that picture too. Can you put that picture
She
on the
looked like she was
board?
a bodybuilder or
And
something.
she gets in my box, but here's the thing: she gets in my box and she asks me about my shape. She says, your shape. Where did you get it? Did you make it? Your shape is perfection. And I'm just like, honey, you need all the shape advice you can get. Cause look at those legs. Look at
Her
those
legs,
Exactly.
honestly,
legs.
her legs will put a man's legs to shame. That scared me. She was right in front of me, as you can see, and I was like really scared to move. I just stood there like a coward little kitten because I was scared to move because her legs, man. If she would have kicked me, she would have knocked my ass through the damn wall somewhere. Look at her legs. Her legs are just nasty.
But you know what? I added her. So hopefully, when we send out the
Oh my God.
paraphernalia for the makeover, maybe she may win because I sent
She's
it.
a she's a bodybuilder. Well,
But she
bless her heart.
obviously she wants to look different because if she hit up Bomb and asked her about a shape, she wants to look different.
She wants to change. And you know what? We are here to help people change. That's what we're here for. A lot of people stay away from mesh because there's a lot of common misconceptions, misnomers. People don't, really understand how mesh works.
Hmm.
So, that's kind of what we're here for. As far as mesh bodies go, I've been looking at like the Beliza, the Mesh Project, the Brasilia doll. The Brasilia doll I'm not a fan of. Oh my Lanza, Sugar, really? You just gonna put that picture up there? That one gives me nightmares.
It's
That
But
one that one
okay.
gives me
The
nightmares too.
Brazilian doll, I don't like the titties. If you're gonna get the Brazilian doll, please turn off those titties and put on Lola's, please, and do yourself a
yeah,
service.
Please.
pretty please. Now, would you want that butt? Look, that looks like those needles are stuck in there, and they probably can't even feel it. Look at that.
That's ridiculous. I'm
That is
sorry.
an actual butt that is being sold at Sking that people are buying. This butt right here is
As you
on
saw,
sale.
by that the picture that we showed you before, because the woman had something to that effect.
The funny part to me is not just if I don't know whether how long most of you been in Second Life. I've been in Second Life almost 10 years, but if you think about it, this didn't start until, and I hope I don't offend anybody, till people from IMVU got here. That's when all this started. Because you didn't have that before. You really did not have all this humongous ass, these mesh bodies, these titties, these butts on 2050 until IMVU people got here. You did
2050,
not have.
really, sugar?
Hey,
2050.
that's what does that look like? That's showing 100.
But
That's well.
how
Mm-mm.
my thing is, how long has Sking, been selling these butts? Because they are the only company that makes them past humane looking sizes. The ghetto booty in its largest size is not that big. You know what I'm
Big.
saying? And none of the other bodies or asses. The fat ass was actually, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't that much bigger. Like I said, my system booty got bigger than the fat ass, the biggest
They're
version of the fat ass.
they're selling
Okay,
it because
Bombshell Lord said they've been
it's a market
around.
for it. They're selling it because there must be a market for it or need for it or want for it.
There
I
is.
mean, we're sitting here saying, well, we wouldn't wear, but honestly, that right there to me is ridiculous. That part right there is really ridiculous. But yeah, just like
Genevieve, they are buying them because they're in
yeah,
our clubs. They're at the stores, and you see them
flagging
with
us the
all
hell
that booty.
out,
Hmm.
flagging us the hell out. May I add?
But
And the
it
sad
doesn't
part about it
surprise
is
me.
the decent ones are the ones getting DMCA'd and, taken off
Right.
of the market.
Right.
Because the fat ass was fine. The ghetto booty was fine. I'll even take that perfect bum. Is that the band one? That's okay too. And the smaller versions of the skiing asses are good. Like the Rio, it's something that starts with the M, the Muy Linda. Those versions, which are the smaller versions that look kind of like the ghetto booty or the fat ass, those are good. But this here,
But it's
this
no
shit right
wonder.
here is
It's no wonder
ridiculous.
why they're being created because I actually seen the owner in there because she had an owner's tag on her head, and she was out of control as well. She was so huge. Her booty was huge. Her knockers were like, oh my God, they were ridiculous. But then she had on male genitalia. So she's out of control. So no wonder why she makes some of these body parts look the way they look. And to be honest with you, there's a whole nother side of skiing where there are female bodies and bodies made with muscular looking avatars, but it's for females. And then there's a side where there's female looking stuff for males to wear.
Because
So she's out of control.
there's people that look, there's people that like that somewhere in
Hmm.
America. There's people that like that. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like Nevaeh said, people don't even realize skiing makes a smaller, you know, version of the ass, because all you ever see or hear about from skiing is the big and proportionate ones. Because I remember when I first met Nevaeh, and she, had a mesh butt on, and I'm like, "Oh, what's that? The ghetto booty?" She says, "No, it's a Brasilia." I said, "Really? They make Brazilias that small?" I don't know if she has it on today,
Yes,
and you
because
can
we
see
actually
her,
found one. Yeah, we
but
actually
she has
found
on a
one.
Brasilia, and it looks good.
Okay,
You know
I'm
what?
gonna
Let me find
I,
that picture.
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here and ask a question. And why, why bombshell? Why would you have a fake butt, fake boobs? Why? What's the reason for it?
I honestly like the smoothness of the legs. I like the shape of the ass and the, you know what I'm saying? It's the overall mold and shape that I like. Like, I like the way that Lola's look. Even versus my Wow Me. I love my Wow Me, but I really only like the butt on the Wow Me. The boobs, not so much. But since Lola made these fitted mesh boobs, I am in love with the way that they are shaped, the way they look. It's a lot more natural. Because I've seen, if you make your system boobs over a certain size, they look like pancakes. They look like, they just look horrid. Like, they're not even shaped. They don't even have a realistic breast shape. And the thing about it is, Lola's, before they made the tangos, they had some called the push-ups, and I think those were prim. I don't think they were mesh. I don't remember. What the issue with those was, they had some called the push-ups that looked so natural and realistic, but nobody made a pliers for them. Because I actually own them, because I didn't know what I was doing when I first went to go get Lola's, and those were the most natural looking ones to me in the store. So I bought them thinking that the pliers were universal, and they weren't, so I ended up getting the tangos. The original tangos to me go left and right, which I really didn't, care for those either. Then they made the mirages, which had a more rounded look to them,
Mm-hmm.
and I like those. And then they did the update with, they added the physics. I didn't like the physics that came with those, because all they did was bounce up and down, and it wasn't a realistic bounce either. It was a bounce that, excuse my language if there are children in the audience, was only good if you having sex. It was one of those kind of up down bounces that only made sense if you were having sex. So needless to say, I wasn't too thrilled, but those were the better looking. I just never had the physics on. Then they said, "Oh, here go these nice fitted mesh ones." Well, see, I didn't know that, V. Look,
See,
my last
but don't you find yourself spending more money?
long, so I
Don't
don't
you find
know.
yourself spending more money though?
No, I
Yes.
don't actually.
Yes,
No.
you do, because
You got how many bodies? How many? How many body parts that you have to pay for? You already said you had a
Um,
wild me and you had what
well,
else?
I have a wow me, I have fat ass, I have ghetto booty, and I have one, two, three, four sets of lotus.
And you're telling me that you're not come on, girl.
you
I
are
mean, but
spending money.
How much you say you've spent?
you only have to buy it once. It's not like it's a repetitive thing. It's an investment, just like
That's
anything
not
else on
true.
SM.
That's not true, Mom, because, okay, now Wow Me, when they released the Wow Me, they were giving updates to that Wow Me at no additional cost. Now,
Right.
if you buy Lola's for 1700, when they come out with another version, Lola's is not going to give you an update. You have to go buy the new ones for 1700 when they release a new one. So,
Because
and that's what I just had to do yesterday. Now, what Sugar is posting up there, that's the normal Brazilian booty that we found yesterday. So that one's not too bad.
Right, exactly. For applicants too. See, that's what I'm saying. It's just too expensive. It
that's a,
just mm-mm.
that's okay. See, those are one of the smaller, no, more normal looking Brazil. Now that gap between her legs could go, but that can be changed in your settings because it's a fitted mesh butt. So that has to.
This is actually the body that we're going to be um giving away for the makeover. This is actually the body that we're going to be giving away for the makeover.
That's just a booty.
That's just
That's
the
just a
booty,
booty.
yes.
But that's just the booty
We
only.
are going to
Where's the
do,
body at?
We're
no,
not we're not doing the
we're
body.
not
We're
doing the
doing separate
body.
pieces
We're
because the
doing this
Brazilian doll
booty
Wait,
body.
and Lola's.
we're doing separate pieces. So this person's gonna run around like Frankenstein for real, having separate pieces.
Yes,
Yeah,
like Bomb
we gonna
has.
Mr. Potato Head them. We gonna do the Mr. Potato Head.
This is
We
what we're
gonna make
gonna do. We're gonna do this
Help me.
booty, and we're gonna show them how to shape it, and then we are going to have them with the new Lolas on, so they will look really nice. But what bothers me, let me tell y'all what bothers me. Um, how some females like to shape themselves. They like to be wide hips, big booty, and then they have their waist on one. You're not gonna leave the Sugarlicious talk show like that. No, you're gonna be well proportioned. And then if you want to go change your shape after, that's gonna be on you. But you're not gonna leave here with a pencil waist and then everything else on 100. No.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, this picture doesn't really do the booty justice because we looked at the actual
Yeah.
butt. Like they have the displays at the store, the actual butt. The way that this person is standing, there's a lot of factors. Because, like I said, it's a fitted mesh butt, so their shape isn't exactly what I would call proportionate. But if you see the actual butt, then you're gonna be like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. I don't think this picture is doing it justice. But you know,
Well, I
we'll
was
work it
reading
out.
online and there was a blog, and it seemed that a lot of females who do wear mesh booties, and then they have the Lolas or the skiing breasts. And tell me if y'all feel me, ladies. They are looking for a really good mesh body because they're sick of that line that exists right by the belly where
I
the
agree.
mesh butt starts. And that's the problem that people are having. But then when they go and look for a mesh body, they're not finding the whole lot of clothes with the pliers for it. So I think that's the pain that females are feeling right now. And Bombshell is more of the expert on mesh bodies. So
I'm gonna put it like this. What really the worst thing about the entire mesh body market is the competition and the underhanded DMCAing. Like people are afraid of competition because there is a lot of competition in the market. And because of the competition and people are scared to actually just fight a fair fight and market and promote your product and stand behind your product when something comes out that's bigger and better, instead of trying to make your product better, you'd rather get rid of the opposition. And I think that that's unfair because as consumers, if you want a better product, make a better product. Because us as consumers, we suffer because we've purchased these products, we've gotten attached to these products. We try to bring people in game and get them situated, and they can't even purchase these things or get these products because they've been DMCA'd and pulled off the market. It's never that serious. You know what I'm saying? In anything that you do as a business owner, you know what I'm saying? As a brand owner, you're going to have competition in whatever you do. You may have the monopoly in it to start, but once people see that it's lucrative, they're going to hound in on it and try to get a piece of the pie. So you're going to have competition no matter what in any field. So I feel like if you're going to be a business person and make a better product. Make a product that you can stand behind, that's reliable, that beats the competition. Don't try to underhandedly get the competition out because you're too lazy to make a better product.
I will agree with that, Bomb. Because I was affected by that. I had to leave game for about a year. So when I came back, and I like to be curvy.
That's
I
true.
really
That's true,
love
Robin.
a curvy body. And so when I saw the Wow Me, I loved it. It was flawless. And I wanted to get it. And they said, oh, no, you can't get that because Wow Me has been banned. And I just was like, oh, my goodness. And I looked around for bodies, but I don't see any other body that's curvy. So for the people who don't want to just be stick figures, Bomb, what do you think would be the best body for them since Wow Me doesn't exist anymore if they want to
Honestly,
be
the
curvy?
best body, the best body out there for curvy women right now just so happens to be the Brazilian doll. You just have to get rid of those boobs. Because
Hmm.
the slink body is more for the tiny women, the Beliza, and the Mesh Project body. But see, the thing about the Mesh Project is they make it hard, and this is something that this is where Desi comes in as a designer. They make it hard for the designers with the Mesh Project body because their pliers can't even be made in world. You have to export them to an external website, pull them back in. It's a lot of work that goes into making the pliers for the Mesh Project body because the Mesh Project wants it so that you have to buy everything from them. They are an example of trying to maintain the monopoly on something because their body is not compatible with anything but their own devices. So they have their own hands, their own feet, their own mesh heads, and it's not cheap because how much is the mesh body at the mesh project? Like
5K. And
5K.
that's
Okay.
only for the body. That doesn't include the hands, the feet, and the mesh head.
Wait. 5K for the body and then the hands and feet. and the head are separately
That's
priced.
an
Oh,
additional
they're
price.
separately
Yes,
priced and they're expensive as well.
expensive.
Slink has mesh heads, and I think their mesh heads are maybe like 2 or 3K. Their mesh body isn't that much, but what I'm saying is you could
Yeah,
buy a
and the
whole
hands are about six
mesh.
hundred.
You could buy hands, feet, body, and head from Slink for less than what you buy the mesh project full, the
Mm-hmm.
mesh project just the body for.
And I
So,
don't see anything that extraordinary about the mesh project for them to be that pricey. I don't.
exactly. So, that's just a whole thing. Right, exactly. There are other mesh bodies out there, but you really have to be on the search. But if we're talking about, just the ones that are known that people make, that we know for a fact people make appliers for, which that's the other thing too. Now with the Wow Me bodies, it's hard because people didn't think it was going to take off the way that it did. And now there are developers out there that see how many
And
people
you know
are
what?
requesting appliers for Wow Me and they can't get the body to make the appliers.
But you know what? Wild meat is so easy to design for because you just drag the textures in and rename the textures. I'm so glad that she is in a building, owner of Bomb, she's clothing designs, because the other Bomb, Shell, mentioned that uh, to design for the mesh project is hard on designers because you have to go outside of world to design. I'm gonna tell you right now, Desi won't do it. Desi will say, "To hell with your mesh project body, and you're gonna find somewhere else to shop because I'm not going through all of that." So I would like to hear how bomb she feels about that because I'm not doing it.
And the other thing too is if you don't have the body parts, because there are certain places that will give you, like with the ghetto booty, you got the developers kit. You didn't have to buy the booty, you could just get it. With Lolas, you have to buy the Lolas to get the developers kit. But with Slink, you have to apply for the developers kit.
Oh yeah,
There's
and
a
let me
whole
tell you about
application
that. That
process.
application is like you're applying to work for the federal government. They're asking you all kind of information and you have to show proof that you have a store. I'm like, listen, you created this mesh body. You ought to be happy and excited that a designer would like to make your clothes because that's the only way your body is going to exist is if there's clothes out there for that body. So, hey, you know what?
Exactly, Bomb Shay. And that's the thing that I love about Slink. Before Slink releases anything, if you are in their database as a designer, the developer's kit goes out months before the actual item is released, so that there is time for the designers to make clothes for it. Like when they came out with the high feet for Slink, when I came out with the high feet for Slink, I remember before the feet were even released, seeing shoes on Marketplace. I'm talking shops full of shoes for high feet because they're like, oh, these
Hmm.
are for the Slink high feet. I'm like, okay, well, where are the high feet? They're not out yet. But they had the developers kit in enough time so that by the time the feet
Hmm.
come out, there's so much, so many things you can buy. When I first bought the Wow Me, there were no clothes for it.
No
None.
clothes.
Because I had it when it originally came out. There were no clothes for it. It was actually considerably cheaper because when I first saw it on Marketplace, it was $350. I waited about two. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. Then I waited about a couple of weeks. It was 500. It was like 500 or 599. I don't remember. Then I said, okay, well, I'm gonna grab it. Eventually, I waited again. It was $8.99. So I finally was like, okay, let me grab it before it gets popular. And then she jacks the price up to 2K, and I'm gonna be mad. So, it took off really fast, but I don't think people really noticed how many people bought the Wow Me until they started going to the designers asking for the appliers.
The clothes, yeah. But they,
They
they
had
made
to
it
make
easy
skin
for designers.
appliers. They had to make skin appliers. But see, the thing I like about the Wow Me is if you can just get the skin textures, you can just drop them in the hood and click it and it applies the skin. You don't necessarily have to, go through the drama of making outright appliers, but if you can
But
just
you know what,
somehow get
Mom?
the textures.
You know what? I really wish And I have made the request on the Slink Facebook page, but I don't think they looked at it because a lot of times these business owners don't pay attention to their customers. But I really would love to see them make a curvy body because they
I would
already have
too,
the
because I
hands.
would
They
get it, and
already
that
have
would
the
be the end
hands
of
we
it.
yes, because they already have the hands we love. They already have the feet we love, and there's
Some of us
tremendous
love,
amount
some
of
of us
shoes.
don't.
You know what? You're getting sling
Now
feet.
Oh, I'm
well
not getting
let's
sling
talk
fit.
about
Yes, you are.
let's talk about sugar. Let's talk about
Well,
sugar.
let's not talk about sugar. I have a question about. I
Favorite.
have a question about the mesh head. Doesn't the
Okay.
mesh head take away from how you look? Because it's a mesh
It
head, right?
does. It does. Not to mention, you have to buy makeup appliers for your
Hmm.
head. You can't just put on a makeup layer. You have to find appliers for the heads. I think that, and then your face is stuck with this one expression the whole time. People don't know whether you happy, mad, sad, angry,
Right.
because 24/7 you have the same expression on your face. I'm okay.
Yeah, one of my daughters actually purchased the mesh head from the Mesh Project. She had
Constipated.
their whole body, and to me, she looked like a statue with that head on. So I don't
And
think
then
I'm
I'm
if
gonna
sorry.
you
I like my face. I
clothes,
love my
if
face.
people have Fisher Price computers and you drop in the room, it looks like you're headless until your head rests in. It's kind of I don't know if you've ever like you had a run in with Ichabod Crane or something, but it's just like to me, sugar, you don't like Slink,
Why are
obviously.
you coming back to me?
Yes, I am because you're not. You say
Why?
you don't like Slink. You
I don't.
say your favorite shoe designer is Encore. Encore
Yeah,
is coming out with a foot system.
good for her.
Oh my God, how do
Let's
y'all
talk
feel
about
about somebody else coming out with a feet and then they're gonna have shoes and then if you like their shoes, then you're gonna be forced to go get their feet. How do y'all feel about another feet coming out? I'm opposed to it. I just want it to be Slink with the feet. That's it. I don't need any other feet to be
I don't
I
mine.
think there should be slink with a feet or
that
hands. That's my
Encore.
whole thing.
I think
No.
that Encore will only have, like I said, I think that Encore will only have the one up if they can put the one-click match technology in the feet because they already have the relationships and everything with the skin people, so that they already have the textures, and you won't have to buy appliers for them.
Bomb, you are gonna go buy them regardless because you're addicted to
No,
mesh.
I'm
We
not.
know
No,
this.
I'm
She
You're
is.
gonna
no, I'm
have them.
You
not.
are.
She's
You
No,
are.
saying
I'm
this.
not.
I bet you
You're
No,
guys,
I'm
addicted.
not. I'm
when they
not.
Yeah,
come
you
out, I
are.
You
guarantee
know what?
y'all that
I'm sitting
Bomb
here
will
mad.
have those.
I'm mad about all of my Encore shoes and my Dictator shoes that are sitting in my inventory collecting dust
I'm
that I
wearing
spent
mine. Hello. I'm
gobbles,
wearing
gobbles, and
mine.
gobbles of money on
I'm wearing
before
my
I
Encore.
discovered
Think I ain't?
Slink.
But
Before
you
I'm
know,
I
wearing it.
discovered Slink.
I still can't delete them because I paid so much money for them. I can't delete them.
Exactly. Mine are sitting in there. Like I remember the first time I bought a Dictator Fat Pack, I almost cried. Like I wanted to lay
They
on
were
the ground in the
5K,
store.
right?
I was like, oh, and
That
I'm
is
just
The
the
glad.
very
Dictator,
Glad
reason. That's the
the
very reason I
Dictator
am not.
Fat Pack
I'm
is
not getting
bomb.
slink feet. That's the
I
very
am glad.
reason. I put too much money in these shoes that I'm wearing. I have a whole damn inventory full of shoes. Fuck it. That's what I'm wearing. I'm not
I'm
gonna
gonna say.
buy
I'm
any
gonna say
slink
this.
feet. I'm not
I'm
doing
gonna
it.
say this. I'm just glad, because I have a shopping problem anyway. But to me, Encore were the best shoes that I could see when I first got
They
on
still
them.
are.
I'm just
They
glad.
still are.
I'm just
No,
glad.
no, Robin. I refuse to come to the light. Nope.
I
No,
felt
no,
like
no,
this.
no.
I'm
This
just
is how I
glad that
felt.
I was not around in the time of
Mhm.
Stiletto Moody's. I am so glad I am not. I
I
was
have
not
stiletto
around
moodies. I
in
have
the.
them sitting
I
in my
have stiletto
inventory.
moodies on my other
I
account. I
don't
do.
because I'd be broke. It was just because I know, from what people tell me, how much a fat pack from Stiletto Moody's cost,
Oh yes,
and
and back in
and
the
and, and how
days,
much
that
their
was a
shoes
lot of
were.
money.
Yes.
I was like, oh no, I could not
Oh
do
I,
yeah,
that
I,
you
now.
were
I
gonna
kept them
pay
in
one
business. I
k.
kept them in business.
You were gonna pay one k for one color, not the
Right.
whole fat pack. One color.
Hmm.
And you paid it too.
Oh yeah, I paid it.
You paid it.
A-
I paid it.
And then I still have the first shoe that came out with toes attached to them. I still have them, and the toes were all
Right.
crooked
15
and
for another.
glitching.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Right. So
If
no.
any of you guys, to be honest with you, if you know anybody who you think needs a makeover or you yourself need a makeover, just tap that board that's in front of the audience with the flyer on it, and it's going to give you the note card with the link to the online application. Because the deadline to fill
Yes.
that out will be October the 26th by midnight, so they need to have that in. They're not going to have to pay anything, you guys, and
They're
we'll
not
help
gonna
them.
see that sugar because they're not in chat range.
Right. It's
How
in the
dare
note
they?
card, though. It's in the note card. That
Let
link
me
is
put a
in the
shotter
note
on.
card.
Hold on. Pass me. Let me get that link. Hold on. Wait a minute. We're gonna help you guys out because I know people are lazy and don't like to click stuff. There you go, sugar. There you go.
Yeah, click on that, and then that's going to generate the entry form. And all you have to do is send it off, and we'll get it by email.
Now keep in
Because,
mind,
hmm
when you're recommending people for makeovers, because some people may take that as an insult. So just be wary. You know what I'm saying? If you think your mom needs a makeover, you might wanna talk to her about it first, so that you don't
No,
want to
no,
contact her.
don't talk to her. Give her a makeover. If you love your mother, you give her a makeover. Just don't give her slink feet and hands.
Uh, sugar
Huh?
pops.
What happened?
No, no, that's why you're not. That's why
Now,
you're doing
now
the
I'm
makeover.
sure
You're not.
people
That's
are
why you're
saying,
doing the makeover
"Sugar,
and you're not.
you're so against mesh. Why are you doing this?"
they're
Well,
getting
I'm
some
doing this
treatment.
because these two women who I love very dearly both, decided let's do a project together. And so we all came up with this project to, to redo somebody and give them a brand new, mesh body, whatever. And if it's successful, we may start doing this every month. But
Yes.
the thing
I agree
is,
with
I
Robin.
honestly feel that
I mean Rachel.
that
Why call her Robin? Rachel says that she knows a few men that need it too. Maybe cigars and suits might want
maybe
to
cigars and suits may do that. Maybe cigars and suits, but
talk to the
I'm not
men.
messing around with no men. I'm just not
Right.
doing
No,
that.
I don't know about
I'm
the
with no man
men.
either. Y'all
But
can
you
Mm-mm.
know
have
what?
that.
Men have it so easier than females because men,
So,
all you have to
A
do
makeover.
is do your body, put your mesh clothes on, you're fine. I mean, I know one person that has a mesh body, and he's a guy, and he said there's no clothes for it, so he takes it off and put on his mesh clothes that he already has. So, doesn't make any sense.
yes, onesies and system painted on clothing for men in 2014 is
It's
not what's up.
dead. Men need
It's
to have
not what's up.
unmesh. You
Now,
need to
now
have
that
unmesh.
becomes the problem because they have mesh bodies for men now, and that's starting to get popular. I'm hearing more of the men talk about it. I'm gonna say this: they
I
do
don't
not
like it.
have very nice clothing. They
No.
do not have very nice clothing for the male mesh bodies because you can't really. They're working on trying to make the mesh that you can wear with it, but until then, all the
I
clothes for
wish
the
my
mesh body
man would wear a
is
mesh
I would
body.
costing
I
I'd
would
beat
money.
his
divorce
ass.
him. No, I
No.
would divorce him if he gets a
Thank
mesh
you.
body because
Yes.
I don't like them. Let me tell you,
Wait,
I've
hold
seen
on.
a
Is
mesh
that
body.
not a double standard there? You would divorce your man if he has a mesh body, but you from the neck down is mesh. How you gonna say
No,
that?
let me tell you
We're,
why I
we're
can
gonna
say
say
that.
that
Let me.
because the clothing for because there's more attractive clothing. Skin tight clothing on women looks way better than it does on men. I do not want to see painted on clothes on a man. That is just
Well, Bombshell,
unattractive.
you were nicer than that was gonna be. I was gonna say that because I am simply the shit and I look beautiful. He will not.
But that
Oh my
Desi
god,
that doesn't help the audience. Desi
Lord.
was like, I'm trying to help the audience. You
I have to be cutting edge honest here with this audience.
I'm sorry.
you know
Something
what? I'm
about
just
a
gonna send
man,
my
something about a man with a mesh body is, I don't know. It's just not manly to me. And no offense to anybody that's got maybe put mesh in their on their bodies later or whatever. Guys, don't come for me. But honestly, something about that is just not male to me. It's not, masculine. I mean, as much as I tease about the females that have their fake boobs and everything on,
They're
there are
fake
a lot of women
boobs.
that really do look nice with their fake body parts. They do, they look nice. I won't take it from them. But honestly, if I see a man with mesh body, something wrong with him. He live in the fantasy on fantasy island somewhere, because that is just not
I'm going
the
to show you
business.
how I feel about it. If there are kids in the room, please cover their ears. The only time that some of these, because there are some good looking mesh bodies for men, but the only time they look good is when they're naked. Outside of
Yeah.
that, it don't
They
make a
don't have
difference.
no clothes.
It ain't no point.
Okay, but let me say this. Let me ask you guys this, because I see a couple of guys in the building, Mr. Jamel, Mr. Roscoe.
Roscoe. Yep.
Yes. Okay, let me tell y'all what I saw at Brasilia on the
Oh
male
gosh.
side.
Oh my God.
Oh
I saw the
gosh.
mesh balls, and they have physics and they bounce. Are you guys going to get those mesh balls?
I'm sorry. I do not want to see a man's balls going up and down like a yo-yo. That's just too much visual for me. Now I don't know how the hell I'm gonna sleep tonight. I'm gonna have to take a damn sleeping pill because that is a visual. A man's balls. Can you imagine him running his balls just going do 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 do, and his balls just going up and down in slow motion?
I can't. I cannot with her. I cannot with her. Oh shit. I mean, that just gives new definition to the words bouncy balls. But why? Why? Why would you want bouncing ball? I mean, who's really? Let me say this to all the and you know, I think everybody's grown in here, but if when you're primming, because I know there's people in the audience that have primmed. When you're primming, who's really looking at the balls? Like, who's paying attention? Show of hands. Who pays attention to these things? I didn't think so. So what is the purpose of bouncing balls? I think I think that they really sugar. I think that they are gearing things skiing anyway is gearing towards the porn star community in SL. I really think that, yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Nev. It's they're gearing towards the porn star community. I can't concentrate because Sugar's over here running.
I'm just letting you ladies imagine your man doing this and his balls is going real slow to this music.
Somebody come get her. Pelly!
That's what I'm seeing. I'm serious. When you said that the balls were, all I could see is a slow motion, and his balls just dropping, going up,
Pelly, come get
dropping.
her.
What? You're the one who brought it up. Who brought it up?
Desi.
You or Desi?
Desi.
Okay, Desi brought it up. Now I got the visual. Do do do. Okay, I'm stopping. Sure, man, you don't want your balls like going in slow motion, do you? Okay, I'll stop.
I don't, I just, I won't understand 90% of the products sold in the skiing store. Yet, they are one of the only ones still standing. And people, are buying their products. So obviously, somebody is buying it. Somebody likes it. Somebody thinks it's acceptable. So, I mean, there's not really too much we can do.
Wait, what happened? Did she just pass out and never to return again?
Yeah. Bombshay has said she has a question.
Sure.
You see, my godmommy taught me that every woman and man should love themselves for who they are and change themselves only if they want to.
Yes, I did
So if
teach you that.
these little ugly heifers want to walk around in their skin bodies, who are you to point that? Maybe they wanted to be muscular in their life. Maybe they wanted to have a penis and boobs. Who are you to talk about them? Because if they're ugly to you, your de-render button is never broken. So why do you want to fix the broken? How about you let them be broken? When they want to be fixed, they know how to ask. All of y'all were new here. Y'all knew how to ask for help when you realized that your avatar was orange, ugly, oversized booties and small head. Y'all knew how to ask, so they do too. Why y'all talking about them? They ugly. They know it. They'll learn it. Leave them in peace.
Now, I agree with you, and she's right. I'm her godmother, by the way. And I did teach her to people should love themselves for who they are. That matter of fact, that's one of my big things. Love yourself first. But BBG, what we're saying is if they want to have a makeover, because some people can't afford it. Some people would like to have the new boobs, the new ass, the new slink feet, and can't afford it. And since they can't afford it, they may talk shit about it. So I'm talking about the ones who want this and the ones who you want this, because let's face it, some of us have people in our life that need a makeover, that need a
She said
makeover.
she wants a makeover.
Well, you're not getting a makeover because you're perfect, so no makeover for you. Next.
Okay. No, but here's the thing, and there's some people who maybe have taken breaks from game for a year or two, and they come back and they're still looking to like 2 years ago, and maybe you as a concerned friend or family member want to say, hey, I know this person is just coming back. Welcome back, Desi. I know this person who's just coming back, and needs to be upgraded to the 21st century SL, and maybe can't afford it or whatever the case. I'm gonna go ahead and submit her for this makeover. Christmas is coming up. Maybe you want to
Yeah.
give somebody an early Christmas
Right.
present.
There you go.
Hey, here's a makeover.
There you go. Yeah. If you say so, that's it.
We are not.
It ain't because they tore up from the flow up.
Let's get this straight. We are not here to condemn. We are not here to to hurt or tear down anyone. That's not our aim here. Our aim here really is just to inform those who do wear mesh or who are maybe interested in mesh, of the do's and don'ts. And as some of our male people in the audience, our male audience members, and other non-mesh wearing audience members have said, some of the things that we've pointed out are not aesthetically pleasing. So they're just helping to co-sign in. If you're gonna do it, do it right.
Do it right, exactly.
Like I said, somewhere in America, somebody likes that stuff. Obviously, it does sell. So there are people who want people that look like that. What I'm saying is that the majority doesn't like that.
And just like Bombshell said, we're not here to, I tease and everything, but I respect those who, wear their mesh boobs and everything, because as my goddaughter pointed out, everybody is an individual, and they can dress like they want, wear what they want, whatever. Even if it offends me and I want to shut my eyes and have nightmares at night, that should be okay for them to wear what they wear. But still, we do want people to, if they want to be involved and if they want to get new bodies or what have you, click it. If you know somebody that, maybe you discussed it with them and they've said, oh, wow, if I could only afford it, I would do it. Enter them in. Enter yourself in if you want to, except for Bombshell, she can't do it. But enter yourself in if you want to. Enter somebody in that you're close to, a friend, maybe even an enemy that you want to see look good. Hey, that's what it's here for. It's no cost to them. We're fitting the bill here, $6K. Plus, they're going to get a photo shoot, and they may even get a new car. So, hey,
now
put it down there.
Let me say this. Do not apply for this makeover if you do not plan on maintaining it or keeping it after you leave this studio. Because what we don't want to do is waste our sponsors' money buying you something that you're going to wear for the 5 minutes you're on this show, and then go home, take it off, and go back to normal. If you want this makeover, you're going that's a commitment. That is a commitment to stick it out. You know what I'm saying? And we're not saying that you have to love it or, everybody is going to agree with our style or whatever, but try it. Give it a try. Don't just put it on and then be like, okay, I don't like this. And that was just a waste of our money. You have to be willing to accept the change.
And you're going to look good when you leave here.
Right. We're not, look at me and Desi.
Wait, look at me and Desi. Look, Sugar's just chopped meat over here. Sugar ain't nobody. Just look at me and Desi. The hell with Sugar.
Well, you
Sugar
know
does
what,
mesh
Sugar? You know
parts.
what, Sugar Pop? I don't even have on my mesh parts today. I don't
Okay,
have
well,
no
Desi, you
boobies
don't count either.
on. I don't
Okay,
have
look
no
at
I don't have no butt on or anything. I have on mesh clothes because the hubby said I had to wear it. That's why. That's the only reason why I got this on. But other than that, once I leave here, I will be back to my booty, my new titties. I got new titties yesterday, y'all. I got
And I had to hear about the
new
new titties
titties
all day yesterday.
yesterday.
I'm
So
shocked she
I
took
will
them off.
have on I will have on my fitted Lolas soon as I leave here. Soon as. But I'm the type of person, y'all. I'm not one of the females that I have to keep them on 24 hours. And if I have to take them off, I'm going to scream and yell.
I
There's
am.
some mesh clothes that I actually like, and especially gowns. You will find the most marvelous
She
mesh
can't. She
Oh,
won't.
gowns. Oh my
oh,
goodness.
no, I can't
And
do
I would
it.
take them
I can't
off.
do it. I won't.
You can't do
Nope.
it, Bomb? Oh my God!
No,
You know
No,
what?
she
because
can't do it.
You know
Bobsy,
what?
I
You
won't.
know what?
I
You know
can't.
what my
I
project
won't.
is? Then
You
Nope,
hear
I
that?
don't want
you
3K.
You know
I
what
don't
she
know.
said? I'll match the 3K.
yes.
What?
Nice, Bomb.
No.
Thank you so much, Bomb. But listen, I'm gonna do a project too. Me and Sugar gonna get Bomb to take off her titties and her booty and get her one mesh outfit, and we're gonna take pictures. Yeah, Bomb, you don't look.
No.
You look good
No.
without. Yeah, I mean, you still look good.
No.
I want to see
Mm-mm.
how you look
I
with a mesh
won't do
outfit.
it.
Who wants to see how Bomb looks with a mesh outfit and no
You
titties
want
and
to see
booties
me
on?
in a mesh outfit? You want to see me in a mesh outfit? Hold on,
Mhm.
let me. I will wear the outfit that I wore for our Zai
No, we're talking about it
crossover.
for a whole damn week.
Oh
Right.
no, hell no, hell no,
She not
no,
getting off that Scott free Sugar Pops.
no. Mm-mm.
And y'all, my Bomb took me to get these mesh eyes today. I didn't have a clue about mesh eyes. I didn't know nothing about them. She took me to get them. I think they're adorable. I like them. I
You
mean,
know what?
so if
As a
you
matter of
don't
fact,
have mesh eyes, go get them.
Bombshy has seen me with no mesh on. Bombshy, you saw me at the Miss Greek pageant where we had to wear them opening Greek dresses that Grant made in mesh. You know how much of a struggle that was for me. I can't do it.
Yes, that's where she took me to Icon. Okay, so we have 8 minutes, y'all. Sugar says we have 8 minutes, and and then me and Bomb got to get out and go home. So, if y'all have any questions within this 8 minutes that
Yeah,
y'all
any
want to ask the
questions?
panel?
Yes. She answers questions though. I'm just throwing that out there.
I think that's why we got 8 minutes because she's got to go find some cookie to eat that I told her she
That's
can't
right. I
have.
sure do.
So, are there any questions? You're gonna have to shout them because we're not in chat range.
Good. No mesh questions. Thank God.
And
How
then
about
I
I
this?
have
think
to.
you. I
How
think
about
you
this,
basically
Sugar?
answered all the questions for them anyway.
Sugar,
Oh,
how about this?
you
If
have
y'all want
one.
to challenge me, I'm gonna challenge you. If I have to go a week without mesh, you have to go a week with mesh body parts.
And I have to get
What?
my sister Allie. My sister Allie is in the audience. She does not have mesh hands. She's got to get mesh hands. So y'all, I'm pulling
Stop
for my
forcing people to
sister
become
Allie Murdoch
Frankenstein's.
Core. She's got to get mesh hands.
Lord. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. I'm not paying attention to these two. Um, Make sure that you do click it. You know, if you do have a friend or what have you, or people that you just walk by and say, hey, you want a makeover because you need one, go ahead and give them the link. On Tuesday at 7 p.m., we will be having New Theta. They're going to do a special treat for us here on the Sugarlicious Show, so make sure that you're here for that. Um, as always, I want to thank my two lovely guests, Bombshell and Desi, for being on the show, and thank, of course, all of you for attending and coming. I hope that some of what we told you was informative and it will change your life forever. As far as me getting
Forever,
mesh
forever.
hands and forever, ever. As far as me getting mesh hands and mesh feet, it's never going to happen. You're never going to come to this show and see me wearing anything mesh except for clothes. And it took me a whole year and a half to do clothes. It really did. It ain't happening.
Allie's getting mesh hands and you're getting mesh feet. I'm sorry to tell you.
I am getting up from the stage right now and I'm going to walk off because I am not getting mesh.
I'll give you cookies if you wear mesh feet. Cookies for Slink's feet. Well, how about that?
I have people in the audience that I believe will give me cookies without me getting Slink
You
feet.
don't understand. I will tell Pelly he has to put the credit card back on Papa John's if you try.
Oh, have any of you had a Papa John's? Have any of you had a Papa John's cookie? They're warm and they're chewy and they're big. Papa John has them. Oh my God! If you haven't tried it, and there's a Papa John's of all that's good for your mess, for your people that you love, for your children, for your children's children. Get one of those damn